Welcome to Chris and Carlette Live, a podcast about life, love, and overcoming obstacles. Each week, we discuss the good, the bad, and the indifferent of life's interruptions. Now, here's your host, Chris and Carlette.
Keep believing, don't go stressing, keep it moving. God, we're resting, here to help you, here to bless you. With God on our side, CNC Life, CNC Life.
All right. Let's see. Let me turn that down. Let me get my right background. Yeah, I want the skyline of Miami. Miami.
Oh, wow.
That's been up there a few times, Carlette.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Praise the Lord. That's when we was on the cruise.
If you can hear me now, give me a thumbs up.
Yes. Today is December 1st. It's the first day of December. We're in the 12th month of 2025. How time flies when you are having fun. Yes or no?
Of course. Oh,
Okay,
we're having fun. I'm just
phone.
making sure that things are working.
Okay, all right, we got it. It's working. It's working. All right.
She said no. She said she can't hear.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, go ahead and talk about what you.
Well, here's the thing. I know y'all like, where have y'all been? Number one, the holidays happened. Number two, life happened with football. Listen, well, we're coming to the end of another football season. And so it's been real busy, real busy. Somebody just said Audra says she can hear. Awesome. Thank you, Audra. But the thing about it, listen, when we're away, we're still planning, we're still doing programming, and we're moving on. So the question is, how many of y'all still eating these Thanksgiving leftovers?
Mm-hmm. Raise your hand if you still.
Right. You know. See, we gave ours 2 days. 2 days, then it went in the freezer.
2 days and
2
then
days,
it went in the
freezer. I didn't cook in advance. I make my stuff always the morning of. I may do some marinating here and there, but it's not cooked until Thanksgiving Day. I don't like reheating food. I just don't. I don't like reheating pans no. I like it fresh. And when a turkey comes out, give you, a couple of minutes to settle. Then, okay, it's served. Wash your hands. Let's talk about what we're grateful for, and we keep it moving. But listen, we're grateful for you. We're thankful for you. And now Christmas is upon us. We are 24 days away. The countdown has begun. We pulled out the Advent calendar today, and we're doing this thing. We are doing it. So, what about you?
Yeah, it was a good day. We had company over all the way from Naptown. We thank God for the Hicks that came in town. We thank God for everyone who supported us while we were gone, and we look forward to many more. We're going to end out this year with a bang, y'all, with a bang. So we are grateful for every one of you all. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, I don't know who is that. Oh, that's Rashida. What's up, Rashida? She's going to come back on our show for a third time, y'all. So if y'all need some more help with your resumes and stuff like that, we're going to get her back. But anyway, we got another special guest.
Yes, we do.
On waiting in the green room. I'm so excited. We were actually, one day this was the day that we had our photo shoot. We went to We went to the pizza parlor.
Yes, we did.
And we were just in downtown Douglasville. Mm-hmm. And from there, we walked down the street. It's like what would you call downtown Douglasville?
Downtown Douglasville.
No, I mean the type of the style.
It's a little vintage.
Yeah, a little vintage.
Vintage, a little eclectic, small town feel, little touch of Andy Griffith. But it's cute. I mean, like they have an amphitheater and everything.
Girl, you put that lipstick on today.
I know how to make you look. I know how to make you look.
Yes, girl. So we met this young lady. We went in her store. Of course, my wife loves clothes and stuff, and she loves to promote those, that are doing well for themselves. And we just met this young lady. You want to go ahead and tell us how you met her?
So, of course, it was a store that I've driven by, and I've always wanted to go. I always want to go. I drive past it. I always want to go because it looks so cute and inviting, and I love the her window displays of her boutique. And so I just want to read her bio. I mean, she had 3 of them, okay, to choose from, and it was not easy to pick. So this is the one I chose. Adrienne Manuel-Spain is the CEO of 12, the Beau Monde Boutique, and 12 Chic Boutique, with over 25 years of experience in fashion, retail, and brand development. She is a powerhouse stylist whose work spans television, film, political figures, clergy, and everyday women seeking elevated style. Adrienne also mentors small business CEOs, she still can't hear, and startup founders, teaching them how to pivot, scale, and thrive in a changing marketplace. A community leader and global fashion advocate, she champions independent designers worldwide and empowers women through confidence, creativity, and purpose-driven style. Let's put our hands together. Let's welcome Miss Adrienne Manuel-Spain. And
there she is, y'all.
Listen, I tried to pop my collar because I knew she was gonna be on. Listen, put on a little something, some little glasses, a little, look at her. She coordinated. Her glass matches her jacket.
How you doing? Okay, we can't hear you for some reason.
How are you guys?
There you go. You said what?
How are you guys doing tonight?
We are great. How are you?
Awesome. Glad that you guys invited me to your podcast.
Yes. Thank you for coming, because I know with entrepreneurship, you stay busy, stay creative and everything. So thank you for joining. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So listen, I want you to go ahead and like and subscribe. If anybody on here, tag yourself so your people can come in. Miss Spain is on the line. She is here. And we want to invite people. I've been tagging people in the comments, especially the small business owners, whether it's fashion or you're a cosmetologist, a stylist, or if you're an artist, whatever, if you're a baker, there is foundational tools, there's foundational things that she can share. Okay. And you just plug in what your stuff is with the advice that she gives. Now, this is Chris and Carlette Live, Life's Interruptions, the good, the bad, and indifferent. And I believe that we will hear a little bit of all of that with her experience on today. So you sent us pictures. We have, let's start with the boutique in Douglasville. Okay. Let's start with that. Take us back to the beginning. What sparked your love for fashion and eventually led you into entrepreneurship?
Well, actually, I didn't even know I was in fashion. I just knew I was very different. And one of my friends kind of pulled it out of me. So it's very important to have a group of friends around you that can actually pull out your gifts. She was just adamant about me attending a fashion school. And I said, girl, I'm not going to a school. I'm done with school. I'm not going again. And she was like, I'm a professor here. I really think you need to go here. And I was like, well, maybe I'll give it a try. So I gave it a try and I found my tribe. Everyone looked like I thought I looked. Mm-hmm. So it was very different. It was exciting. And I just kind of fell into fashion. I've been in retail for over 30 years.
Okay.
So it was just like natural, but I really wanted to go to school for interior design. But she insisted that I go for fashion. The store in Douglasville was actually our third location, and a customer actually found it for us. The location, she did all the legwork for us. She was shopping at our Fayetteville location, and she felt like we would really belong in Douglasville. And I was like, I don't even know where Douglasville is. I'm originally from Louisiana, and that's what she knew. And she said, you would be perfect right next to Gumbo's. And I was like, Gumbo's, never heard of it. So where I'm from, if you cook gumbo, really know how to cook gumbo. Mm-hmm. So she did all the legwork, and we went to take a look at the space, and I said, well, we'll think about it. So it just stayed on my mind, stayed on my heart. So I decided, well, let me go try and see if I can go there. So we end up signing a lease same day we saw the location. And it just has been a very good experience because we get to experience our culture from Louisiana. It's a little mix of everybody comes to Gumbo. So it's a very fun location also.
Mm-hmm. So we just had gumbo the other day from someone from Louisiana.
Yes, we did.
From New Orleans. New Orleans.
She had the shrimp, the crab, the sausage,
yes.
the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the real gumbo. I don't know how Gumbo's gumbo is, but it's hard. A Louisiana native would never try gumbo anywhere. So it's hard for us to try gumbo.
Wow. So we'll be sure we come by and get a pot of gumbo. Just let us know. Yeah. When did you first realize that your gift was bigger than a job and needed to go into a business?
Well, I was actually forced. I always say I was forced because I had been praying to God that I wanted to leave this job. I hated the job, but little did I know it was preparing me for the next level. Mm-hmm. It was just like I was depleted every day at this job. And one of my fears was getting fired. That was one of my fears. I grew up, my mom wanted me to be retired from a place. So I didn't even know anything about entrepreneurship until that happened. Mm-hmm. I knew I always wanted to own a boutique, but I never really thought I could actually own one. But that door was open. I did a fast for 50 days, the first fast I ever did that long, and things just started falling in place. Mm-hmm. I got fired, and God gave me a warning 2 weeks prior that I was going to get fired. I just didn't know when. 2 weeks prior to me getting fired, I came home. I was bawling my eyes out. I told my family, I said, I'm getting fired. I don't know when, I don't know why, but I know I'm getting fired. 2 weeks later, I was fired. 2 weeks later, I was in the first location. And it took me about 6 months to get it going, customers to notice who we were. And it was a lot of opposition in the town that we was in, but it was good. I didn't know anything about it. That's where God sent me, and I'm still there 15 years later. Fashion is truly my passion, and it truly has been a wonderful experience just to getting to know how people's lives are. You see their kids growing up. You see weddings, you see death, you see just about anything dealing with life. And for me, it's very rewarding.
Wow. So so that location, was that the Jonesboro or the Douglasville?
Jonesboro location was our first location.
Okay. So that's what you opened up 2 weeks after the termination?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Later. Surprisingly, I had everything I needed. Everything was in my garage. I had been saving up for over 10 years to actually open up my business. And I didn't need anything but merchandise, apparel. That's the only thing I need. Everything else I had. And I had no idea that I had. Even the previous job, when it was getting rid of mannequins and tables, I was like, I'll take them. I didn't know why I was taking them. Eventually, I knew I would open up a boutique. I just didn't know when. But I had everything I needed. It was nothing that I didn't need. It was everything I needed.
Wow.
So how do you market? Let's fast forward today. How do you market with something like, okay, how did you market when you first started versus how are you marketing now?
Well, when I first started, I didn't do any marketing. We in a prime location. And actually, I didn't know anything about marketing. I just knew I needed to open and people was going to come in. The first 6 months, hardly anybody came in, and I was getting concerned. But after a while, people started noticing us, and by word of mouth, people started coming in. Versus now, I do a lot of Facebook ads. I do a lot of Instagram posting, word of mouth. I just started doing lives last week, actually. And so we're actually discovering new ways to get our merchandise out. We do a lot of vending events. That's a great way of marketing. I don't look at vending events as, I would love to make the money from it, but I also look at it as a marketing tool. It's almost like free advertisement. If you don't make any money, I just kind of write it off as a marketing experience, a marketing tool with vending events.
Okay.
Wow. Hey, if you all are on Facebook, go out to our YouTube page and like and subscribe to it, just so we can get those numbers up. If you all are on Facebook, please go out to YouTube, our YouTube channel, and like and subscribe. So we walked in, and then we'll get back to some of our questions. And I'm just curious, just to give viewers a little bit of insight. So you make everything yourself, correct?
I do not. I make a majority of a lot of the items in there currently.
Okay.
I do use local and international designers as well.
Okay.
We are a hub. If it's a new designer that would like to launch their product, we have the space to do it.
Gotcha.
So anyone that wants to do any type of product, it could be candles. It doesn't have to be directly dealing with fashion. Anything you would like to do, book launch, anything you could think of, we want to help the up and coming entrepreneurs.
Can we have church in there?
Of course. We welcome that. Anytime we welcome that. You can definitely come.
Yeah, you know, we just launched a church back in June, so we might have to take it on the road. Yes.
I think about one of the things that when we went in the store, it's very inviting. What I always love going past there, and I would make, her window pane, bookcase, window display is so colorful and it's intriguing. Like, I gotta see what she has in there. Now that's her Jonesboro store. That's her store in Jonesboro. I think that's 12.
The Beaumont Boutique is French for high society.
Okay. I love it.
We picked that name because we have a lot of, we come from a French area back in Louisiana, so we just wanted to incorporate that into the name.
Now, the last picture he just showed, that was the Douglasville store. And,
yes.
And the thing about it.
Oh, go ahead.
The thing about it, I love, when I came in there, I love it. It's already got my eye on 3 pieces already. Now I can keep my eye on it and I come back because she has a lot of original. You won't see duplicates. It's, even if it looks the same, trust me, there's something different about it. And it is truly that boutique style where you look for that individuality, something different. I don't have to worry about, I'm looking across the room and I see that and I see it. Oh boy. Right. And so and here's the thing, I don't trip off of that. I don't. But there are times when, if I go to a certain boutique and this is the place, I know I won't see it again. It's original. Right. And I love that about it. And so get in there and your eyes is just drawn. It's so many unique, exciting pieces and original, authentic. And she gives you so much, so much. And let me ask you this, and I'm only saying this, I know the answer, but so the people will know. What if I came in there as something you don't have, but you possibly can get? Tell me about that process.
We do not repeat any items. Once it's gone, that's it. So we don't even try to get it because we order so far in advance. It's a possibility that we could get it, but that's not really our structure of our business. We might get 6, maybe 8 pieces. It depends on what it is. But once it's gone, we do not repeat the item. So you have to come in regularly to get items that you're looking at. But we do not repeat any items.
What about the person that comes in and say, listen, I got an event coming up in 3 months and I'm looking for it to do this, that, and the other for me. How do you handle clients like that?
So it just depends. We do offer image consulting. We will set up a time where you can make an appointment, and then we could discuss for your event exactly what you want to get. If it's something personable, if it's something that's coming through our inventory, we could definitely work with you. We can call you ahead of time and let you know, hey, it's coming in 2 weeks. Stop by and try it on. Or if you want something more tailored to just you, we can actually do that as a image consulting at that time.
Gotcha. So I want to get back to the entrepreneur part. With 25 plus years in fashion and retail, what consistent principles have kept your brand successful even as the industry changes?
Be yourself. I don't compete with anybody. I don't look at anybody as a competition. Just be yourself in whatever industry you are in. I believe that people pay for personality, they pay for customer service, and I thrive on extreme, highly great customer service. That's what I thrive on. So when I'm shopping, that's what I expect. So that's what I give my customers as well.
Can you name some of the clients you've are you privy to do that, or?
Some, not all.
Okay.
I can name a few. April Mason, she is a femininity coach. I think she may have changed it, but she goes viral quite often. Meon Dixon, she is on Love and was on Love and Hip Hop. And it's a few others that I can't name because I'm under ND.
Right.
Yes. Right. We service quite a bit of celebrities. We do a lot of ministries. We do a lot of politicians. We do quite a few people. Few politicians that may or may not. I'm gonna just say Jonesboro Mayor. She's one of, and her name is Rhonda. I think she is, I don't know, she worked directly with the governor. I'm not exactly sure what her position is.
Gotcha.
But that's just a few, and then some of the other ones I can't name.
So when you dress celebrities and people, public figures and stuff, does your approach or how does your styling different? How does your styling approach differ from person to person?
It just depends on the personality and exactly what they're looking for. Of course, I wouldn't dress a clergy like someone going to an interview. So it's just getting to know that person. That's when we do the image consulting. I could actually look at a person and see exactly what size they wear as soon as they walk in the store. I have been doing it a very long time, but I like to ask the individual what size do they wear, because sometimes what they think they wear is not the actual size. And I would never try to shame anyone because I already know their size before they even say it. But I need to know what the mindset is once they tell me their size.
What size do I wear?
I can't tell you sitting down, so I can't tell you.
Look at this.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
That is funny. What? Oh, go ahead.
Do you style for a lot of first ladies?
I do. I style for a lot of first ladies. I style for a lot of pastors. I also style men as well. We have that image consulting time. And then once we have that one initial, I call it an interview, I can do it from there. I can just go and pretty much purchase whatever I think they might like, or we might have something in the store. It's very easy unless they want to change their whole image. That's still easy also. None of this is really hard for me. That's why I call it a gift that I didn't know I have. Well, I have, yes. But it's very, very easy. Very easy.
So you're known for, and I take it, empowering women through fashion. What does empowerment look like to you in a practical sense?
I've dealt with a lot of women with low self-esteem, low confidence. When I first started working in retail, it was plus size teen girls, and then it went to plus size women, and then it went to little kids. And you would be really surprised of how many people have low self-esteem, low confidence. It doesn't matter what size they are. And I just started noticing that through the years, people will gravitate to me just to get that motivation, just to get that empowerment before their events. I never knew it, but once I started seeing it happening, I said, maybe I should hone in on that aspect of it. And it's just everybody comes there to get motivated. It's just a place where you can just come and be yourself. And a lot of first ladies, some have to hold up an image in the public, but I allow them to be just who they are. They don't come in so uptight. They could just be who they are, and it stays right there. So we have a lot of privacy. You can schedule appointments where it's just you. You don't want to shop with other people. We can schedule that as well.
Wow.
So one time we were in California. This was about 2-3 years ago. And matter of fact, I bought this there. And it was kind of like a boutique slash, we were down in the fashion district, okay?
Yes.
And so I'm paying for my stuff, and who walks in? Bishop Noel Jones' wife. It was right after they just got married. And I looked real quick, and I just looked at her. I smiled. And first thing I was like, congratulations, because they had just recently gotten married. And they whisked her back to the back. They was like, we got some stuff we just picked out just for you. They pulled that curtain. You didn't see her no more.
Yeah.
She was excited. She's like, what you got? And went to that back room.
Maybe you need to go to the back room then. Whisk you to the back room.
Listen, when you do that, I'm sure there's a minimum you're spending.
Well, you never know.
I don't know.
We've done that. That's my least favorite, to be honest with you.
Really?
Because I believe all clients should be treated that way, in a utmost professional, high level customer service. I just believe every client should be treated that way. I would prefer, if that was to happen, for them to make an appointment, because it could be a little intimidating when those people come in. And then some clients don't know how not to speak to them. They don't know to speak to them or not. Because some of your favorite celebrities are, their personalities behind the scenes is the worst. I've dealt with quite a few. But the people that's behind the scenes, those are the people that people don't understand. Those are the people that are pulling up this celebrity. But I've worked with some of the best ones and some of the worst ones. And it kind of pulled me away from styling celebrities. It's not the most glamorous thing, because you're literally running all over. And a lot of times they don't want to pay for the merchandise.
Yeah.
So,
oh, wow.
Doing all this work for free, because I've done a lot of free work, and I say all the time, I'm not doing any more free work. I didn't pay my dues. I didn't pay my tithes. So it's a lot behind the scenes, and it's a lot of hard work. It looks easy, but it's a lot of hard work dealing with some celebrities. But I would prefer that all of my clients be treated that way.
So, which brings me to my question. Like, entrepreneurship can look glamorous online. They can walk in the store and all that, but the real work really is behind the scenes, right? So what are some of the things that you wish people understood about being a CEO and an entrepreneurship and an entrepreneur?
My biggest thing right now is, like, with Black businesses, a lot of customers don't understand what we go through dealing with vendors, dealing with clients. And that's just a part of the job. I've been in it long enough to know nothing is personal. If somebody come into our establishment, we don't take it personal. You know, it doesn't matter if they have an attitude, no, don't speak. We don't take it personal. But we do try to soften it up and just try to get into that person's mind to just kind of ease whatever they're going through. As far as like the entrepreneur part of it, I can be at a vendor show or market, and I have to pay full price for 6 pieces. And I could look over to my left or to my right, and there is an Asian guy, and he's not paying anything. He's writing a post-dated check, and whatever he sell, he keeps that, and what he don't sell, he brings back. And so they don't even check. So a lot of people don't understand that. Especially with Asian businesses, they just take everything. That's how I look at it. They have hair, they have clothes, they have shoes, they have everything, but they're not paying for it like we are paying for it. They may have a bigger budget than we do to get 1,000 pieces. We are only getting 6 pieces. So it's a lot of things that goes into being an entrepreneur, a Black entrepreneur, and in that space. It's a lot of things, especially like customer service. If they hear Black business, it's automatically, they think, oh, I'm going to get poor customer service, or the merchandise is going to be unaffordable for me. But they don't know what it goes into. So we already have to get past that challenge. And so that's why I always say we don't accept no customer complaints. We are going to give you the best service you ever have gotten anyway.
And you know, one thing that, and I'm kind of guilty at this, so, you know, but I years ago, I've gotten better at this. But when we walk into Black businesses and we go shopping, let's say we went over to Dr. Jamal Brown's church, New Birth, right?
That's her pastor.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
That super bad sister, as he say. That super bad sister, that's her pastor.
Yes.
So, because I was going to ask her to come over to the Sin Worship Center, but no, I just
told us in the shop she go to New Birth.
I know. Well, I'm just saying. But anyway, but we have a tendency, us as Black people, to say, okay, can I get a discount?
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that kind of really, I'm learning that a labor is worthy of their hire, right? And so if you go into a shop, into an establishment, either you're going to like the price or you're not going to like the price. Don't just sit there and ask for a discount. I mean, just if you don't like the price, then, you know, walk out.
Yeah.
You know, essentially, but don't, like, because you all put so much, entrepreneurs put so much into making their product obtainable, or making their product good, and want to put it out in the public, right? So like it's just I think that's kind of like almost a slap in the face to ask for a discount.
Well, I mean, you don't go into Dillard's doing that. You don't go into, unless, you know, if they have a sign posted, or the most you may ask is, are y'all running any specials right now, or coupons? And then whatever the answer they give you, then you that's it. You know, you like, okay, well, that's the answer. So I think that it goes back to a mindset of what you think you can get away with.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's another one thing that I appreciate every sale that we get, every sale. But one of the things I raise my eyebrows to is when they say, I just want to support your little boutique.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Is one thing. And then they support by buying something for $5.
Oh, wow.
And you appreciate it, but it's the little boutique and the $5, you know, and I appreciate every sale, but it's like, you don't understand how much work it goes into, even just the thought process of what you need to purchase, the thought process of, okay, what I need to do for today, or the cleaning. You make sure the store is clean. That entrepreneur is more than likely the only person that does. They are the manager, the district manager, the assistant manager, the janitor, the customer service associate. So it's a lot of jobs that entrepreneurs actually do. And those two things, it just make me raise my eyebrow because I'm really?
Right.
Oh, your boutique is cute. I'm like, this is a big old note. This is a big old rent. No, this is not little. But, I don't say anything. But, like I said, I appreciate every sale. It's just kind of the norm. But just for newer entrepreneurs, just to kind of think about that. Don't get upset about it because people do it all the time.
Yeah. Our friend Sabrina, she said, if another person asks me for a discount, she gonna scream. That is
and it's
funny.
all day. It's all day.
Oh,
Especially
wow.
it's the Douglasville location. Every single time I could count the discounts all day. You give one discount, they coming back for another discount. So you have those two.
You should put in a sign: no discounts given. So you mentor CEOs and startup founders, right? So
Yes.
what is one of the top, or give us a few mistakes that a new entrepreneur makes?
Location, and you do not do your homework. You have to do your homework before you open up anything. Even if it's an expansion to your current business, do your homework. Find out everything that you can find out about the business, whether it's a daycare, how many daycares in your area, if it's a good location, why is it a good location? So prior to me opening, each season comes in, I do the history of what's going on. I could tell you what's coming next. Like right now, we're doing, I think, the 90s. So it's a lot of wide legs, crops. But you need to do your homework with any industry that you're in so you could keep up or be ahead of what's coming. And I always say, I don't take anybody if you have not did your homework, and I can tell based on, I want to open up a business. I think I want to do this. No, when you come to me, you need to know exactly what type of business you want to open. If you did a little bit of homework, and I can guide you through everything else you need as far as like the location, the cost. We call them popcorn boutiques. You see them all the time. They open up for a year and pop back down. They open up for a year and pop back down. So we call them popcorn boutiques. And you spend a lot of money doing that, just opening up a boutique and don't have any knowledge. You're just selling it because that's the thing to do.
Wow.
Even makeup is just a thing to do. Do your research. That will set you apart from anyone.
Wow. So I tagged a person on here who's a major performer here in Atlanta and surrounding and beyond. And I'm hoping that she pops on because she needs to know about, I don't know if she knows about your boutique or not, but she would look amazing in your clothes. I think anybody would look amazing, but I know her style. I know her style. So you gave some of the mistakes. What do you think that talk about, because I want to put that out there, about the hour call that you do?
Oh, yes, definitely. So the hour call is to find out if you are ready for the next step to actually launching your business, or you need help with location. We're just going to talk about everything about your business. You should have a little bit knowledge of each area in your business as far as opening, your launch date, and I'm just your accountability partner. I will make sure you open on time. That's if you have everything already on a timeline. If you don't know exactly where to start, you have a great idea, I can help you from start to finish. I could have you to start from, okay, you need to find a location. We can help you find a location. If you need to get licensed, what type of license you need. So I would do all the back end work, but you have to work with me. So we do an hour call just to find out what your idea is, and then we could go from there. I can make you millions if you're ready. I just can't do it for myself. So, and that's because my hand is in so many different avenues in the business. Like I was doing management of artists and models. I was doing fashion shows. I was doing vending events. So currently we restructured the business because we had 4 locations. We closed 2 and we restructured the business. And I just want to really focus on helping small businesses where you don't have your hand in everything, because a lot of people think you have, oh, I need a stream of income here, I need a stream of income there, but it all your streams are within your business. You just don't know where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So when you help somebody make their million, do you get a percentage?
No, I charge upfront because I don't believe in taking a percentage every time you make your money.
Okay.
I actually do everything up front. We schedule a consultation, which is $300 an hour. And then we go from there. So it just depends on what your plan is. You may only need me for a grand opening, or you may need me from start to finish. You may need me just to find a location. You may need just the paperwork. You may need me to find an accountant. So it just depends on what you actually need. And we will talk about all of that in that 1 hour. I could do it with my eyes closed. I've been doing it so long.
Wow. $300. Can I get a discount?
You know what? You know what?
Well, actually,
you know what?
we're offering a discount of $97 after the podcast. So if you book, that's a great discount,
Yes,
because
it
you're going to
is.
get knowledge. You just need to be ready to go, because I'm going to just give you everything that you need. Whatever
what was that
Put
again?
the link. I put the link in the comments. It's a square link. I put it in the comments that you can click on to sign up for. Now the special starts after the show.
What is
This
this
is the
special? again?
Is this the Chris and Carlette live special link?
It is.
Listen, see, Rashida did it for the month of November. Now we got Miss Spain here. Listen, the Chris and Carlette live.
How much is it?
$97 special.
Oh, it's $97 off of the $300.
$90. That's it.
Oh, $97. Okay.
Yeah.
Look here.
Now tomorrow it's going to be $300.
Oh, Lord.
So they got to do it tonight.
Yes, do it tonight.
You have to do it tonight.
Extend it. It just depends on if you guys want us to extend it. I can extend it for 1 day.
Okay. Do you help
Listen,
churches?
if y'all know anybody that's in this industry that's ready to get, they got that boutique. Listen, we're not calling it little. No, we don't put small on what God can put on your heart. That's big. It's bigger than even what you even see. But He just wants you to get started and be obedient. If you sit up there and you making crochet dresses that look like thebond.com, trust me, it is a place for you. And so Miss Spain here, she is ready to help you at $97 an hour versus $300 an hour. Am I right, Miss Spain?
Yeah. And it's just not for boutiques. I can actually, if it's an existing business, I could come into your business and see where all the holes are for you to make your money. I can come into your business and see if you have anyone that's stealing money.
Ooh,
stealing. If there's a lack in an area, I can do any of that.
Wow.
Like a nail salon, she had me to come in. It was a Black-owned nail salon, and as soon as I hit the door, I could see everything that was going on. It was a lack of customer service. There was too many just outside people just kind of hanging around. I knew one girl was stealing. From the beginning, I hit the door. It's just different things that people do that I can recognize. So I'm highly gifted and talented in that area.
Wow.
So even in your paperwork, if something is missing, I can help you find it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So let me ask
I could give you tools and ideas to help you grow as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So how has the community played a role, like Douglasville and where your other store is located? How has the community played a role in your success, and how can entrepreneurs build communities around their brand?
So Douglasville, I'll use Douglasville. Douglasville was a little bit challenging at first because it was only our location and Gumbo's, and customers used to come in that store and they just did not understand what was going on. So we actually end up changing our structure to nothing but tunics. It was very boring. It didn't have any life, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I was like, you know what? We're going to find our community. So we end up changing it to something inviting. We change it to very different, very unique, and it started with a lot of customers coming from Atlanta, because to me, Douglasville was a very I don't want to say homey town, but they was just like neighborhood, not really going out to like the city because the city was too far. And we've been there for 9 years, so we've seen a lot of changes. And so it was very challenging with that location. And so we just kept trying and trying and trying. We started doing email blasts. We started doing text blasts. So when the community finally realized that we were different, then we started getting a lot more clientele. And what was the second part of your question?
Okay. How can entrepreneurs build communities around their brand?
I would say that it goes back to that was a mistake I made. I would go back to exactly the beginning. What do you want your community to look like? And it can change because ours change, but I would just have an idea of what your community should look like. And then you would have to figure out where those people shop, where they eat, where they go out to do, what type of events they go. And that's how you build your community around your brand. And it does change, because ours has changed several times. And you just pivot when it changes, pivot with it. Don't just be so stuck in this is what I want. Because you're going to miss out on a lot of clientele, because people change every day, every single day. So you just have to really pivot and change with the times.
If you all have any questions for our guests, please put it in the comments. If you have any questions for her, please put them in the comment.
I have a question. Have you ever seen somebody, because I just tagged a couple of people, that you look at them and be like, oh my God, like if they didn't have a clothing store, they look like a walking billboard of marketing of just themselves and their style. And then you go to them and you say, can you get me ready for my event I got coming up? And they be like, yeah, I can help you put some stuff together and this, that, and the other. And then you find out, oh no, I just do this. It's just what I do. It's just what I do. Do those type of people come into your store?
Absolutely. They do. And most of the time they just dressing themselves.
Yeah.
We have a few stylists. We used to work with a lot of stylists, but that is very costly, because you put a credit card on file for the stylist, and sometimes you get all your merchandise back. Sometimes you get none of your merchandise back. Wow. So that is costly. But I do have quite a few people that come in and they just dress themselves, and they are walking billboards. They don't want anything to do with fashion but to be dressed, and that's it.
And that's it. Wow.
I see a lot of people that I think everyone has. I don't see anyone as an unattractive person, because I can dress anybody. I look at them and you can pick out something from them that is so attractive. And I could say, you know what, you need to be a model. And they just look at me crazy. And I'm like, you have all the features, everything about you. And they just can't, some can't believe it. Some go and try and make it. Like one of her name is Victoria. She was on American Idol. She did one of our photo shoots, like, I think she was like 16. And I knew from the beginning she was going to be big. She actually was one of also Candy's girl group. And she's dynamic. But she did our photo shoot from the beginning and told her mom, I say, stay with her because the industry is very different. I say, just stay with her. She was 16 in the entertainment industry. But I was proud to see her on American Idol. That was one of our highlights.
Wow. That's amazing.
So purpose is clearly central to your work. How do you stay aligned with your purpose while running a fast-paced business?
I used to veer. I don't veer anymore. I just kind of stay within purpose unless God tell me to move, then I move. Other than that, I just stay in my purpose. I finally accepted it because I just thought this is what I like to do. It's no big deal. But once I started dressing people and understanding that some people just come in because they need encouragement. They need a hug. Like, you will be surprised how many people don't get hugs at home, or they need a positive word. They need something just uplifting. So for me, once I started noticing that, I started really understanding people. Everybody needs encouragement, especially during these times, especially during COVID. It was so many people that lost their lives.
Yeah.
One of the saddest moments in my career was I had, I have several customers, but this customer, it was two stood out the most. But this one in particular, she would come to me. She was a teacher, highly educated, and she was funny. And she would come to me twice a month. And she would always say, I only get paid once a month. I only get paid once a month. I said, okay, no problem. And she was so educated. And she had brain cancer. I had no idea. So she would come in all the time. And then one day she told me she had brain cancer. She had beat it 3 times and it came back. So I was like, what? So it kind of like blew my mind, because I'm like, she doesn't look like she was sick or anything. Make a long story short, she called me and she said, hey, I'm in the hospital. I said, what you doing in the hospital? She said, they said the brain cancer came back, but I'm not worrying about that. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to come and see you. And I just kept putting it off and putting it off. 2 weeks later, she passed away. So I was devastated, because I was like, I told her I was coming and I didn't go. So I said, well, I'm going to just go to her funeral. My dad had passed away in December and she passed away in March. So I thought I was ready. I went to the funeral home and it was unbelievable, because I never thought that everything that she purchased from us was on her. And that's when I realized it was just bigger than just dressing people that walk around every day. She really loved us. She loved our merchandise. And it was obvious. I never met her daughter. It was obvious that's what she wanted to be buried in. And it just did something different. Like, it kind of like changed my life. So I'm very careful with people, because you never know how long they're going to be here or if you're going to see them again. So I just, that was one of my saddest disappointing moments.
Wow. And that leads me to my next question. With being an entrepreneur, you face different challenges, right? And one of which you just mentioned, an emotional, it could be stressful. What would you say to an entrepreneur who is ready to quit?
Don't quit. That's when you're gonna break through. Don't quit. Look at your business in a different eye. And don't quit. I mean, do not quit. Do not quit. Do not quit. Because if that's truly your passion, you have to pivot. You have to pivot. Look at something in your business that you can do differently, that you can add. Do something. Just sit down and think about your business as a whole. Like, is it profitable? Why isn't it? Like, dissect it to the core. Why did you even want to do that business? Why you wanted to open it? Who did you want to cater to? And sometimes you have to go back. I've done it several times, to the beginning. What did I do in the beginning? When I started the first location, I only had 6 styles, and it consists of 6. That's all I had. But I had to think about, what did I do? I had to keep pouring back into my business. Some people just do their business part-time. For me, you have to be full-time, all in, all gas. You have to keep pivoting. You have to know exactly what's going on. Don't listen to another business owner that's in the same industry, because they're doing things differently. So I would just look at my business as a whole and just try to figure out why I'm not being profitable, or is it time for me to move and close down? We closed 2 locations. I cried my eyes out. I was like, no, Lord, I want to keep them open. But when they actually closed, it was like a big sense of relief. And then COVID hit. So it was just me listening to God's direction for my business, even though I was kicking and screaming. But it just helped me out a lot, because then I would have been responsible for more people than I actually had. So I was always think about what could you do differently in your business, because you can tell if you in tune with your business, what's going on, what's coming. That would be one of my biggest takeaways.
Wow. Because like how has faith guided your decisions as a leader and an entrepreneur?
I must say maybe like 7 years ago, my faith really started kicking in during COVID, because we had to close down. I had no income, and the landlords were on my back about paying the rent. And I was like, how am I pay rent and I can't even open a door? So I just really started praying to God and asking God, if this is what you really want me to do, help me. And from there, God is in everything, every single thing. A decision I make, if I need to open up another store, close a store, if I need to get this merchandise, our merchandise kind of changed. We don't carry club wear, like skin showing. If it's club wear, it's very classy. So, I don't push my religion on anyone, but if they ask me, I would definitely spread the word.
Gotcha.
Can you? So I'm conservative, right? So can you whip up something for me?
Absolutely. Yes.
She didn't. You know what?
I'm just trying to. She said she do clergy.
Yes.
Yes, it is very easy. Even if you wanted to get something custom, we have connections with different designers, and based on who you are, that's the designer I would refer.
Okay.
Because some designers, your personality won't match that designer. So it's like very careful consideration of what you need.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So this last question.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've given us so much. Even
Yes.
if you want to repeat yourself, what are 3 things someone listening to you live right now, or watching the replay, can do this week to move their business forward?
Be yourself first, because a lot of people look at other businesses and try to compete with them. Take all of that away. Be yourself. Look at your business and see where you have holes at. If you can't figure it out, figure out why you open up that business. That's the main goal. Why did you open it? Was it just for money? Was it for connections? And it changes. And then a third thing I would say is start reaching out to community leaders, get involved with the community events, start donating. If it's just one item, donate it to an organization that's near and dear to your heart. If you don't know any, look within your community, ask your customers, do they know anybody that has a organization? You can donate that way as well. And that would boost your business as well.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So, we have a service coming up on this Sunday. It's called the Community Prayer and Holy Communication. I'm thinking
Holy Communion.
Holy Communion. So, can you help like churches with their marketing strategy and for example, if I wanted to plan another event like this, is this something you can help with churches as well, or no?
Absolutely. I would love to help with a church. Okay. Absolutely, because you have all the pieces and you also have a lot of volunteers. If you don't have a lot of volunteers, then I would suggest that you recruit some volunteers. Okay. And for me, what I see in a lot of churches, the pastors, pastor wives, they like to keep everything to themselves. They don't like to delegate because it's near and dear to their hearts. And sometimes it's hard to delegate in smaller churches. not in larger churches. Larger churches, you might have too many leaders. So I would definitely be willing to help.
Gotcha. All right, we'll be calling you for that $97. Yeah, we trying to recruit. We need.
And I also will come to a location. Need to come to a location. Of course, that's an extra fee, but I can do it over the phone. We could do it FaceTime. It's endless ways we can do it. Like if you're out of state, I can do a FaceTime with you. I can do a call with you. You can fly me in. It just depends on what you need.
Wow. Do you have a website?
That I don't have. Well, we actually do have a website, but we take it down during the summer and spring because our merchandise sells way too fast and it's just pointless.
Oh, wow.
So it's up, but nothing is on there. So we'll be, and also I do fashion boot camps. I do master classes with the fashion side. Small businesses, we can create a course for that also. It just depends on what you need. If you don't need the startup and you stuck in the middle, we can do a pivot class for you just to get you back started.
Okay, so here's the last of the last question. What is next for 12 and Adrienne Manuel-Spain?
Well, currently I'm in school for law. So I'm not sure where God is taking me with it because I've been in entertainment. So I've been writing contracts forever. So I'm not sure if it's going to be either business or entertainment. I'm just kind of open. But I definitely want to go and do some type of law. It might be fashion law. I'm not sure. I would love to stay in fashion, but I'm really not sure. I'm just open to whatever God has for me.
Wow.
Is my pink jacket and gaucho still there?
The pink jacket is, I don't know if the gauchos are.
You told me. It says, sis, I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you to come back. I need you to just go.
Yes.
It may not be here.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Listen.
Well, we're going to call you about this church, this Sin Worship Center church that we launched back in June. So
and I can look at your location and see if that was a good location for you. But it's all based on your vision and what God told you. Right. And then I can go in and see exactly what needs to be done. Well,
we're renting right now, so until we can build up where we can have a permanent location. So, but yeah, we'll talk.
You need to start looking for that permanent location right now.
You said what?
You need to start looking for your permanent location right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so you can plan for it.
All right.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Look for it now, and you could possibly open in March.
See, trying to prophesy on the...
No, not. I'm just saying.
Amen. I receive in the name of... No, I'm just like, okay. But no.
With the church, I would just start looking at, just visualize what you want it to look like, what the building you want it to look like. Because to be honest with you, the Jonesboro location, I did not want to go to Jonesboro. I wanted to go to Hampton because that was closer to me, but I couldn't get anybody to call. And so when I went to Jonesboro, I went to a totally different location, and the lady was like, I got the perfect location for you. And what I saw was this big old store, and what I was in, it was not. And literally, I sat in that store when we got the keys in the middle of the floor to figure out how will I design this location. And that's how it happened. But when I say look for the building, like once I realized I wanted to open up a second location, I just started going around, and you know it right away. Once you see the building, you know it, and it's sweatless. You're not going to go through no complications. It's just going to happen. Yeah,
it's actually a standalone building that that looks favorable for me, and then there's also another building. It's within like a business complex, but it's in Douglasville. It's right off of Chapel Hill. That I obviously you got to do a build out on it, but it's a couple locations. We can talk about those locations when we.
Okay. See, you already started the work.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank you. Thank you for your time. We're 6 minutes over. We didn't want to hold you long, but we appreciate your sacrifice for being on our show, on the Chris and Carlette Live show. And any final last words?
Be yourself. Do not compete against anyone. Mm-hmm. You don't have any competition. Mm-hmm. Nobody can come and say, I have competition. I don't have any competition. Your only competition is yourself. Mm-hmm. Be the best person that you can be. And that's the best. And extreme customer service in whatever industry.
Yes. Well, we thank you again. I take it we're going to call her after the show?
Okay.
All right. We'll give you a buzz as soon as we end the show just to say thank you again.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, listen, I'm going to say it like her pastor, Dr. Jamal Byrne. We just had a super bad sister on here. A super bad sister, Miss Adrienne. Adrienne.
Yes.
Manuel-Spain.
Yes.
Hey, super bad sister.
Super bad sister. Yes. All right. Well, you take it easy.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you.
So there we go. Listen, we're not going to hold y'all too much longer, but as a point of announcement, first of all, we thank her for being on, and she gave us a lot of information. I hope you all were taking notes. And encourage somebody to watch the replay. Send a link to them. They can watch it off of Facebook or YouTube. And we will love, as you heard, $97 special tonight. Chris and Carlette Live special. It's usually $300 an hour for her help and her mentorship consultation, but $97 tonight. Chris and Carlette Live special. Now, the next thing I want to announce again with our church, the Ascend Worship Center, this Sunday here in Douglasville is our Holy Communion and Community Prayer Service that we are having, and we are having it this Sunday at 6 p.m. at the Journey Building at the campus of the First United Methodist Church in the Journey Building, 6167 Presley Mill Road here in Douglasville. That's the flyer for it. And so just wanted to share that with you all. You can go to our page on Facebook and you can see the flyer as well. You can find it on my page, Facebook page, as well as Chris's page, because of course we have shared it. But we would love to see you. And at the end, there is a food giveaway. Okay, so directly after the service, spread the word. We'd love to see you 6 p.m. at our United at the Table Community Communion Experience, Community Prayer, and Holy Communion. All right, we're going to pray. We're going to seek the Lord, and then we're going to break bread together with Holy Communion. And again, after which there is a food giveaway. So as always, we do next week. Rashida is coming back for part 3. You saw Rashida all in the comments. Rashida is coming back talking about her search engine, her services, how to do with her business. And I'm telling you, she's already getting clientele from our show. She got some new clients. So people are utilizing her services. So again, part 3 with Rashida is next Monday. And please, those that are still streaming, please do me a huge big favor. Can you please go out to YouTube, our YouTube, and we're on live on YouTube. Go out there and subscribe to our YouTube page so we can build those numbers up as well. So we'll talk to you later. All right. As always, pray and pray some more. We'll see you next week. Love you. Take care.
Thanks for joining us this week on Chris and Carlette Live. Make sure to visit our website, chrisandcarlette.com. If you're on Facebook, share this broadcast. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our show. You may also find us on Apple Podcast, where you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Let us stay in contact with you by texting CNC Live to 474747. That's CNC Live to 474747.
See life.